Hey guys, hope things are going well. So today begins our pollinator bed creation number 2. So last year we created a pollinator bed by removing grass. This time we are going to be removing a layer of rock. So I'm going to flip our camera around so that way you can see what we're dealing with. So this is the north side of our house, and as we go along this way you can see that we have a huge strip of rock. It's about probably half a foot of rock, and then there's like landscape fabric underneath. So my goal is move all of these rocks, put a layer of soil, and then we can plant this up. And our neighbor's driveway is right over there. So I will start that this morning and we'll see how it goes. Once I take a little break, I'll show you how far I got with that. Alright you guys, so it is another day. I put in about 4 hours last time working on rocks, and I did another 3. I'm going to show you how far I got. It's been a lot more challenging just moving these rocks because of the roots and all the leaves and the debris that's in the rocks. So I'll swing the camera around and you'll see how far I got. So this is how it's looking so far. I did manage to get quite a lot of rocks moved, but as you can see, this is our landscape fabric, and there are so many roots, mostly creeping bellflower. There are some clover. You can kind of see some things still there, but like there's so much rock that I had to remove from this section. So I had to sift through, and you can kind of see it better over here. I had to sift through, pick up these rocks carefully to not pull any of the roots from there, and then not pick up too much of the soil. I did find a couple nails, cigarette butts, and a toy car. Anyways, hopefully, maybe after another 4 hours, I can get this all done. There were so many rocks that I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a little line of rocks along the side of the house, and then a line of rocks towards the edge. Hey guys, so it has been I think 3 weeks now since I last removed all of the rock along the side of our house. I'm going to give you a quick view as to what it looks like because I have been pulling weeds and also spraying to try and get rid of a lot of that creeping bellflower that's there. Alright, so this is what the area looks like. Sorry, with the sun it looks a little funny. So I did leave that little strip of rock there, and there are some weeds coming up still. Like you can see one right there. But overall it looks pretty good. There are some weeds over there, but not too bad. We're going to put down some soil today and hopefully get our planting done. We do have some more weeds here, but look, this is really cute because there's a milkweed that's growing, so I can actually leave that there. So today's goal really is just to get our soil down, and then maybe I can plant all of the plants that I wanted to. Alright, so for our soil that we're using, we actually have some less mess bags of soil. So I have a premium garden blend there, and that's top dressing, which I'm going to use later for the lawn. But I did get these a couple months ago, and they've been sitting in our driveway for a while now. I can finally get to use these. What's great is that it's so organized and compact. My car's right there. Anyways, we'll open this up so that way you can see what the soil looks like, and then we will move the soil from here to the side of our house, which is over there. So here we have our soil. It actually looks pretty good still. Not too wet. It's a little dry actually, but we will be getting this into the ground. It is quite composted, so really good for the garden. Although the plants that I'm planting are native plants, they don't really need such good soil. It's still nice to get something well draining in that area. Alright, so it is after lunch right now, but all of the soil from Less Mess has been laid down. I brought the plants over and then I grabbed some 6-foot stakes in order to kind of lay out where all of the plants are going to be. So I'm going to turn the camera around, show you what I'm going to be doing, and then I'm hoping we can get this all done by the end of today. So here is our soil from Less Mess. There you can also see the little lone common milkweed there. But we spread our soil. We used up almost all of the entire bag. There's just like a little bit left. But this soil is about 2 inches deep, 2 feet by 36 feet, and you can see there's little bits of silver maple keys. As I was cleaning up the area, those kind of flew on. I did flank our area with some stakes so that way I can kind of space out all of the plants. But that is our little bed that we will plant with about 52 or so plants. So quite exciting. So you can see here, this is my selection of plants. I will be using some Indian grass. These are my heath asters. Unfortunately, the rabbits did get to them, so they look a little sad. Some of them are growing back, which is good. Some of them are struggling a little bit there. I do have some other grasses, bottlebrush and little blue stem I'm not using in this project, but they are there in that tray. I have lots of pearly everlasting from our winter sowing, so I have 21 of those. I have some anise hyssop, which is actually flowering right now in the tiny little pot that it's in. Like, these ones are just in that as I kind of spread them apart. We have some common milkweed that I saved as I was tearing up that landscape fabric. And then we have some world milkweed as well. So this is my little plan for the space. I draw up plans, but then things always seem to change. But for right now, the idea is that I'm going to have Indian grass kind of going across the length. There will be 5 of them. I'm thinking about moving them back just a little bit. I'm moving our heath asters just down. We'll see how it goes, but 6 plants in total in this area. We'll see what happens as I plant, because I might change my mind, but here we go. So our plants have been laid out. I did change things a little bit, just around the Indian grass. I have put 1 more aster, and I did pull the asters down and that Indian grass up compared to what I wrote out. But overall, a repeating pattern of Indian grass surrounded by our heath aster, kind of flanked by pearly everlastings, and then our anise hyssop. And then right behind is our world milkweed. I do have some common milkweed behind the world milkweed for some of them. But our world milkweed should hopefully spread, as well as our pearly everlasting. So there is quite a bit of space. So then it repeats again. So Indian grass, heath aster, surrounded by our pearly everlasting. And then we have our anise hyssop, and then our milkweeds. And then it just keeps repeating. So we'll get these planted up, and then somehow I'm going to water all of these plants, and that will be it. Alright, so our pollinator garden is all planted. I watered everything, so I'm hoping everything grows well. I'm going to show you again how everything looks now that everything is planted. Planting was quite easy just because of the soil that we put on top, so thanks again Les Mess for providing us with the soil in order to create a new pollinator bed.